Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Welcome new subscribers. It's great to have you here. Welcome to the first week of September. How did we get here? It's part of me that's still living in March. And how was your Pisces full moon? It was a doozy for me. It started off with a full body fever, followed by sneezing, followed by extreme hunger, followed by a totally luxurious 2-course breakfast, and then gallons of water and rest. That was my Pisces full moon, and tons of downloads. And today, 4th of September, Venus stations before going direct. So there'll be a bit of a shadow phase. But I had a message from Venus this morning. And it was something like, I'm going to stand still now and let you take the reins so that you can begin to put into practice what you learned and changed and shifted and rewired during my retrograde. And so we'll do that. So that's putting into practice where we may have shifted boundaries, where we may have changed our love language, where we may have rebalanced the cup of giving and receiving love. And we'll do that expedition, I guess, during the shadow phase before she goes direct. Okay. So I started shuffling to get some collective messages for September. Now, September is a 9 month, and the 9 wants to dissolve the learning. And the ego might want to get in the way of that. And so there will be this kind of push and pull between letting go and holding on. And it might be holding on to what we perceive defines us as we birth a whole new infinition of something indescribably unique about us and dare to bring that to the world. We got a few years to do that. So as I was shuffling, this explosion of cards came out. Yes, thank you. So we're in a 9 month, in a 7 year, and 9 plus 7 is 16. 16/7 is ineffable, is the word I get. Ineffable and swift change. So 16 in tarot is the Tower card. And it brings in that Uranian lightning bolt, and it might be an aha, it might be an alignment. And when these alignments happen quickly, all we have to do is get out the way. But the intellect that's been working so hard these past few thousand years to reason and logic its way through life needs to pack a bag and go on holiday to Bali for a little bit, just to rest. Okay, so the more we get out of the way of what might be swift moving change, and maybe make our only conscious action is to let go. And let be any emotions that want to be in that letting go. Allow them space and honor them. So a month of change and dissolving, which might be contrasting energies. And so what can support that in the foundation? Well, a great self-care routine, some new Venusian self-love, so We have an explosion of 6, 7, 8, 10 cards and an underlying. It might be a long one. I've got plenty of time. I'm going to take my time. And the first card out all I get with this is opening wings. Opening wings. 12, 12. Okay, that's okay. That's a big message. I'm going to bring the underlying in because it's coming in on that 45-9, which gazes straight into the void. And this talks about reconnecting. There could be some sadness here. There's something right in the seat of the throat chakra with this. So that 12-12 is asking me, whose authority? On whose authority did you love yourself, and on whose authority did you love others? On whose authority did you connect to spirit? The words I get is, I'm sorry I didn't give myself that. That's the emotion that's coming through. Yeah, that really feels like something. I'm so sorry I didn't give myself that. And Ho'oponopono prayer is coming in. So it might be nice to kind of roll that around and create a nice energy signature with that. Turn the wheel, maybe with the Ho'oponopono poem prayer. That 23 wants to bring us into some kind of unity with a divine blueprint, with our divinity, unity with our divinity. Oh, it's exquisite. I can't really describe the energy. It's exquisite. It's very beautiful. And so really, really coming into union with Source. Staring into the void and letting yourself be what you may not see, or what you may always have wanted to be, or how your little self saw you before the filtering and the squashing and the adapting. And in this balancing, questioning too, that seeks the unity, we have the radical self-acceptance. And this really is where the intellect and the reason and logic get out of the way, and we can just name something as it is in a really neutral way, as if it were meant for us. And so it might be that, because I hear an awful lot about the stagnancy, and there is the readings going there about the stagnancy and what have I been doing this COVID era. Yeah, I was going to ask that the other day, wasn't I? How many gifts can you name that COVID dropped into your lap? Mine are endless. I had so many gifts from COVID. And this kind of 3-year period, 4 years, 1920, 2023, 3 or 4 years, has really turned us back within. And when we go back within, we are less preoccupied with the story without, we are less preoccupied with the dictates of what society wants and craves and needs. And we go home, we come home into this radical self-acceptance because when we move forward from a point of radical self-acceptance, we can let go of duality and judgment, right, wrong. And accept that it's happening for us. Yeah, we might sometimes get knocked off our path and have to find our way back and learn the lesson, turn it into wisdom. This is the 9, dissolving the experience into wisdom. And in that possibly becoming really useful to someone in some moment, fortune's wheels, divine timing. I had that experience. Okay. And as I look at the next card, I notice there's an energy just starting to come in here. And it feels quite shy. And quiet. And very quiet. And the radical acceptance is there are no words with this. It's coming in on that 24/6. Which is today giving me the galactic center. And I thought I was going to do a reading today on Neptune square, the galactic center, until the end of 2024. Let me make sure I have that right. Yeah. And I was going to do a focused reading, but it just didn't feel right when I came to it. And I've checked all the astrology. I've got like the whole of September, but it just feels too thinky, too left brain. So I'm going to leave that and ditch that and just see what comes out. So I have this 24/6. So yeah. That's gorgeous. Galactic mycelium is what I'm getting. So this is connection to wow, what's at the heart of the galaxy? What's at the heart of us? Okay. And there's the union. This is the union of the alchemical marriage. '47 wants to build the wish. Wants to wish it and build it. And it's another thing, thank you, I was going to speak about is I'm noticing that the gap between cause and effect is getting that quick. And so might it be useful if we just slow everything down? You know, we're in a beautiful retrograde season where we have space, just space, galaxy, the space. Mm. The space to be in divine will. The integration and the distinction of what is egoic need and what is divine will. It's beautiful. It feels like a melting away. I'm going to bring this in with one of the underlying cards. And I think I said the other day something about rewriting scriptures, and I was working with I was working in the liminal this morning, and I got a very specific message, but I was so tired I didn't get up and write anything down. It went on most of the night, but it was a specific message linked to, and I was shown the writing of the contract, and that can't be done in a hurry. That can't be done in a boardroom with the pressure of time. It wants to be done in that mysticism of the seven, that Neptunian yet to be revealed. I can sense it. So Neptune is going to invite us to sense, and then to trust, and then to move. Okay, rather than checking. So this is all internal work. And Venus comes in to say, I've got you in this. So it's learning to live with our choices. Maybe letting go of the whole right and wrong about it all. You know, just treat it as the experience. So nothing is set in stone is what I get with this. Nothing is set in stone. And we have that 47 wish on the table. Building from within. So much help. So much help. And I've got something here about your relationship to your planets. And if you look at the last 3 or 4 years, has that relationship to the planets become more intimate? There's a relationship within to feel, to commune, to learn, and to share? Or is it still an external astrological process? It's like this whole reading is going, right, bring everything within now. We've got you. Bring everything within. We're going to hold you while you start writing your contract, deciding who it is you want to be. And it's Virgo season, which is the building. It's the is it reaping? As you sow, you reap. This conscious co-creation is what I get from that. Now, 15.6 wants to bring in that spiritual alchemy. The backwards or the forwards, you know, the 15th degree in any house is that, do I go backwards or forwards? Do I go into retrograde? Because it feels comfy there. I know that. Or do I move forward into that 16 tower energy? So if there's a little devil's voice going on, maybe make it a cup of tea and sit and have a game of dominoes with it or something. Because in the physical, it might look like stagnation. Absolutely might look like stagnation, but there is thank you, it's another reminder. There is so much work happening in that 7 energy, in that hidden energy, that I also wanted to kind of guide you to not underestimate for a minute what's happening in the physical. There's so much happening in the physical that hydration, diet, self-care, self-love are paramount. Now they will build your future. They will build the foundation. You've probably already built it. I know the guys that follow this channel, and you're all architects and mystics. Yeah, and this is the question with the 15, right use of power. It's that 12-12 energy, and whose authority? I'm going to do it this way because if I do it that way, they won't like me or they'll judge me. I'm going to do it this way because that is in alignment with my culture or my family or my ancestry or my karma. But what if I do it that way because that's in alignment with my son? So lots of responsibility here, but the 8 is giving us that expansion and building. Okay. 1910-1 is the ending and the beginning. It's the waking up, the activation of the light after the dissolving of the experience. It's birthing, that 1910-1, which is coming in with that sacred contract. So this is beautiful. What a lovely story. Yeah, okay. Aha, aha, aha. Okay. Now, don't get too hung up on winter. It may not be winter where you are. It's gestation, to grow in harmony, not too fast, not too big. Steady, in harmony with nature, in harmony with source. Is there anything else I need to add to this? Okay. Let's do some light seer tarot and just a couple of messages. I don't want to lay anything heavy on this. It's there's lots of 9 and 2 energy, and 6. Okay. Is there anything else we need to know, please, about this beautiful reading? Yeah, lots of internal energy. Okay, so we have the 6 of Swords, which feels today like a kind of severing without logically knowing why. It's allowing yourself to let go of something and come to harmony because it feels some kind of way. So it's very soft. Yeah. Words just get in the way, the explanation, the justification, the defending. That's all Old Testament stuff. This is just the beingness into the doingness. It's very instant. Just make that move. And so trust and faith in yourself. And that goes into the grail of self-love and self-care. Watch out for impetuosity. Watch out for over-promising. Watch out for bravado. Again, there's a question about bring your vulnerability. It's so beautiful. I'm going through big change and it feels scary. Yeah. Pouring from one cup into another, into another, into another. The purification, tempering the temper, using the breath, planting your feet, staying connected. Death and rebirth. And I sense big picture really for the rest of this year, with almost everything going retrograde and then 2 eclipses. Yeah. Mm. Passion, freedom. Banging your drum and lighting it on fire. It's the direction that we're heading in. It's creating from truth, fire, passion, love, joy, freedom. That's it. That is it. I'm not giving you any jobs to do. I'm not drilling into the logical mind. We're going to end with a cheeky abundance card. Came out really slowly. It's very slow, this energy. Oh, interesting. Okay. I'm going to give you that back. And then I'm going to give you this. We had this recently, didn't we? Outrageous openness. Got it. Okay. Right. Right. As we learn to tell our truth and we're reworking our inner Venus. You sure that's all your words? Where's that? Yes. There's a little pulse. It's nothing massive. There's a pulse of tumult here, tumultuous. And that truth might come out impetuously. And so I suppose it's learning the art of outrageous openness, free from emotional shade, emotional judgment, emotional wounding, temperance. Okay, very artful. That's beautiful. Thank you. And that's it. That is it. Okay, my darlings, I'm off. I will see you all again soon. Please like, share, subscribe, and do leave me a comment. I always love to read your comments, and I will see you all again soon. Take care.